salvaging a stricken fishing boat and busting a black market Paua ring.
Excuse me, do you want to come into the lounge, please?
At Auckland's Manukau Heads, the fishing boat Poseidon has run aground on a notorious stretch of coastline.
At approximately 0400 hours, there was a mayday put out by a fishing vessel who grounded at the Manukau Heads.
Yeah, Ron, we're supposed to be over the back of the bar, just skirting around the harbour limits down. We're looking for the vessel on radar. Have we got GPS over?
So he is actually in the Northern Shoals. Wow, that's about as dangerous as you can get.
The Coast Guard must stay just beyond the breakers, while the Westpac helicopter airlifts the crew to safety.
Yeah, just got Westpac inside now. We're just going to sit over the back. It's quite spoily seas, but swells are quite large, and we'll just wait for them to safely get the guys off over.
Got your contact with Westpac, but they're currently lowering a crew member on board. Right about the helicopter HV standing off the next stop, over.
The skipper is dropped on the beach to stay with the wreck, while the other two crew members opt to return to Auckland in the helicopter. With the crew safely clear, the question is what's to be done with the stranded boat.
The vessel's obviously almost totally out of the water now, so it's going to become the responsibility of the insurance company really to see if they can recover the vessel. I don't know how they would recover it off the beach, to be honest. It's because of Wharapu being so remote, there's not really much chance of getting any heavy salvage gear out onto the beach. The beach is too soft. They need to pump out a fair amount of water. Both the engines are underwater now, even the auxiliaries underwater as well.
Roger that, stand down. We'll be returning to base, see if we can get some hot breakfast, over.
The Coast Guard head back across the treacherous Manukau Bar, but will return at high tide to help with a salvage attempt. On the beach, skipper Greg Stewart is left contemplating the disaster that's befallen him.
Woke up to this, really? Nah, the crew that was on watch went to sleep. Didn't wake the other fella up when he, couldn't wake him up or something, I don't know. I haven't talked to them properly about it, but no one woke me up anyway. I was meant to be woken up 5 mile off the bar and, yeah, woke up when we first hit. I didn't know exactly where we were and, you know, the waves were breaking over the boat and that. So, yeah, I put a mayday out on Channel 16 and, yeah, the Coast Guard responded and did a good job.
What's your chances, do you reckon you'll be able to get the boat floating again?
Well, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Words got out about the stranding, but at least Greg hasn't lost his sense of humour.
No, I'm collecting puppies. Yeah, I've got a permit from the iwi. I just need one from them to park the boat there.
And he can't resist going in for a closer look.
Sprung a bit, eh? Yeah, well, when those waves were smashing over, it's filled it up with water. But yeah, it's definitely had a good pounding on the bottom to be sprung along there where it's leaking out. I suppose we'll know a little bit more later on, but yeah, doesn't look good at this stage.
Just when he needs it most, help arrives in the form of the Auckland Regional Council, an insurance inspector and salvage expert.
Well, I'm just going to assess it to find out whether we can, or whether their salver can actually get it off, or they just strip it and get as much gear as they can off it. But our other concern is the diesel in it, trying to make sure we don't get diesel along the beach. If it doesn't come off, then it stays and we'll be picking it up in a million pieces, you know.
Yeah.
Do you still hope to float it at this stage?
Well, not now. We need to dig a hole so that it falls into the hole.
Yeah.
And then a channel for the bird is pulled out on.
Well, basically, she's got a couple of sprung planks, so in the stern. At the moment, we'll just let what water we can drain out, and then we'll patch it up so that we've got a bit more buoyancy later on. But we've also got to run a couple of anchors out the stern of it so that she doesn't turn side onto the beach. If she goes side onto the beach, you'll probably just about lose the boat completely then.
It's a race against time to lighten the vessel enough to attempt a refloat on the next high tide.
Now, it's been a few hours now. Are you feeling a little bit better about it, or?
Nah, worse.
Feeling worse?
Okay, you guys have to give me some much slack if you can.
Volunteers on the beach help Andy get the anchor out into the surf line. With the tide still receding, the salvage team discuss their recovery strategy.
You'll snap the bollard before you'll pull it out of the boat, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so who's going to do what?
We're going to have to get some water out of that fish room before we can do much down there.
Okay, so we're going to get the pumps down. We should be able to get
if
the
I
pumps
get
down.
Kirk and Simon organising the fish room, we're going to get the fish out and the lead out, and I'll start going through and having a look to see what damage I can see.
A digger from Kari arrives to carve a channel in the sand back out to the deeper water. The team decide to get a tug to try and pull the stranded vessel off the beach on the next high tide. On board, they attempt to pump the hull dry and remove 5 tons of spoiled fish from the hold. With as much weight removed as possible and a trench dug to deeper water, the salvage team finalise details on how best to refloat the boat.
Yeah, well, 2 of us got to go on the boat. Well, 2, possibly 3, because we've got to man the pumps. I mean, if she starts taking more water than we want, so we're going to have to, work fairly fast. I've got 2 dive torches, so I'll give you one to keep with you all the time. It's just imperative that we keep in contact with each other, and if we do go in the water, we keep together, all right?
Yep.
I'll make up a small line that we can hold on to each other.
With the tide coming quickly back in, Greg contemplates the worst-case scenario.
Yeah, if the rope breaks, I think. Potential to chop someone in half.
An Auckland Harbour Board tug has been dispatched from Onehunga and is standing by, waiting for the high tide rescue attempt to save the stricken vessel. As the tide starts to rise, the boat takes even more of a pounding. The Kari surf life-saving rib has also been called.
We just may need a bit of a hand to get any lines from the surf line at the door.
There's no time to lose, and everyone's role is crucial to the success of the operation. The rib returns with the tow ropes. With the tide surging back in, the lines must be secured to stop the boat going fatally side-on to the breakers.
All right, so we've got to get that cross back up to there now, okay? So just all hang around here because we might need help. Okay.
As the sun goes down and the surf builds, it's now or never for the salvage team. With the line successfully attached aboard, the tug slowly drags the Poseidon out through the waves.
Yeah, well, basically we want to get back to Onehunga without it sinking. We've got 2 pumps there, but we're going to have to keep chasing the water because she's badly strained. So if we can get through the surf and she's still afloat, well, we've done quite well.
What is my gut feeling today? I've had to come off today and it's off, so yeah, it's all good.
There's no time to lose as Curly gets the hard word from the tug's crew.
She's almost floating at waterline level, and I would say if they get out here ASAP, they've got a good chance at this stage. She's floating stem downwind, obviously get out here ASAP.
Kari Surf Rescue take Gary and Andy out to the now floating Poseidon to man the pumps and hopefully make it back into the safety of the Manukau Harbour. The Poseidon made it safely to port, but due to extensive water damage she was deemed a complete loss and put up for sale. While the owner awaited offers, vandals broke aboard and set fire to the wheelhouse. A buyer was eventually found in Dunedin. The new owner plans to convert the Poseidon into a pleasure boat. It's the day before Chinese New Year, and in Auckland, Paua is in high demand. At 3 o'clock in the morning, police stopped a man driving through Levin with a bootload of illegal Paua worth more than $14,000 on the black market. The man gave police this Auckland address.
Okay, so 6 people live here? Okay, they're coming in now.
Fishery Officer Gary Wright heads a team of 6. Their first task is to interview the residents to establish what connection they have to the man arrested in Levin.
Excuse me, do you want to come into the lounge, please? Can we get everybody, so that everybody here, can we sit them in here?
Yeah, the officers from the Ministry of Fisheries want all the people come to this living room to get your names. Yeah,
Okay.
so they got the court order They allow them to come to search the house.
The residents gather in the lounge. Anticipating a language problem, Fish have brought along an interpreter.
Her brother.
Gary feels the man is behaving suspiciously, so separates the interviewees.
Let's go out. The guy in the corner there was telling her to not to say anything and to tell us that she didn't know where he lived. So just, yeah.
While the interviews are taking place, other officers search the house.
We're looking for any documentation to do with Paua. We're looking for anything that might give us addresses or telephone numbers or anything at all to do with Paua. The gentleman's been, had a fairly long association with the black market Paua, so yeah, I'm not too sure. It's a little bit hard because most of it's in Chinese. It's just money transfers. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Meanwhile in Wellington, Fishery Officer Renee Randall begins the lengthy process of recording the evidence seized in Levin, 120 kilos of illegal Paua.
In light of the Chinese New Year, this Paua would have been heading to Auckland for those celebrations and even on through to overseas, Malaysia, Asia and China. A lot of these Paua here would come from water not much deeper than my shoulder height, so they don't have to worry about diving deep. It's just all in shallow, it's all in close. They take the Pauas off the rock, put them into a bag, and then once they finish their diving, they go into the shore. They'll shell all the Paua, take the shells off, take the guts off. They'll have scales at the beach. They'll pre-weigh all the bags up to 10 kilos, and then from there, away they'll go. Straight round to the buyers. They'll give them cash after weighing the product, and they just turn around and walk. They're gone.
Renee counts the first of 12 bags.
We've got 141, and you're only allowed 10 Pauas per person per day. If it was legal, it would be more than 93. This one here is 20. So at the moment, we've got about a 95% undersize from the amount of Paua that you see here today on the table.
Meanwhile, in the Auckland house, a mobile phone in the bedroom rings continuously.
Yeah, while we're here, you don't answer the telephones.
It's like someone really wants to get hold of them.
A find in the kitchen has confirmed the team's suspicions, around $700 worth of undersized Paua.
Where's this from?
Flea market.
Who dried this?
People.
We want to speak to you about where they've come from.
It's hard to disprove the woman's claim that she bought the Paua at a flea market. She'll be interviewed more thoroughly the following day.
It's the usual for the Asians. The gourmet size is a 50-cent piece size of Paua, which won as well under the legal limit of 125 centimetre, which is a Paua about that. And it's purely because of that they like those smaller Paua and they like their Paua cheap. And the only way they can get it is on the black market.
Drying the Paua could also be part of preparations to smuggle it out of the country. The woman admits that the man arrested is her brother, but she denies he lives at the Auckland address.
Was he coming here today?
I don't know.
The man in the lounge is also proving to be a bit of a mystery.
So how he got here, I don't know. Whether she's visiting or what, I don't know. We'll all come out in the wash, I suppose.
Search complete, the fishery officers leave, taking vital evidence with them. This is one case they're keen to crack, given the massive scale of Paua poaching in Wellington and elsewhere. But they know this bust is just the tip of the iceberg.
This is not going to deter him at all. He'll continue to do this, or if he doesn't, someone else will.
It's a classic Northland afternoon, and fishery officers are on routine patrol.
Every vehicle's a potential diver, but we always like to be very polite and just check them as we go.
It's a popular time of the year, and MFish hope their highly visible presence will be enough to deter potential offenders. While Ed heads down the beach, Sam and George take up their surveillance position.
One of the vehicles down there has been an item of interest for us for quite a while.
M-Fish have noticed the Bedford camper van on many previous occasions, but have never before managed to intercept it.
How's it going, Mr. Riley? Jose.
Oh, how's it?
Trooper.
How's it? Hey, how are you?
Good, good.
George used to be this young man's schoolteacher, but another man is hiding in the van. He doesn't want to be seen or to reveal his power collection. As a seemingly endless stream of shellfish comes out of the van, Sam looks for assistance.
Bobby, I reckon this is for his grandson's birthday, but he hasn't got a permit.
Hasn't got a permit. Well, it's unfortunate. Without a permit, those fish are all illegal, so we'll start pulling them out and putting them in the bin now. Before we even go any further, do you think you might like to speak to the lawyer? Because what you got there is there's a lot of power, and it could be evidence of quite a serious offence. How many people took the power? Just me. Just you? Okay. Then that makes it quite a serious offence. Okay, tell me, do you understand that? Okay, I'm going to give you the caution, and after your personal details, you have the right to consult and instruct a lawyer.
While Ed sorts the power out, the offender's friends look sullenly on.
I advise you, pursuant to Section 201 of the Fisheries Act, that I require you to answer the following questions. Those are the ones about your personal details, okay?
A couple of beers later, and Sam's audience are starting to take a keen interest in the proceedings. Each power must measure at least 125 millimetres in length.
Yeah, 110, 115.
105, 110.
Most of these appear to be undersized.
110.
With his friend being busted, Jose is prepared to tell it as he sees it.
Fuck, fellas, struggling for money, gotta go dive for powers.
Yeah, get a feed, eh?
Get nabbed for it.
Yeah.
That shit.
So you have to go around the back further for them to get the bigger ones.
You'd be there all day if you're gonna try and look for those ones there all day.
Where?
Around the back?
Nah.
Plenty around there.
We just come out to get a feed, man.
Well, that would be...
You know, we get nabbed.
Couple, son.
Yeah.
Oh, shut it. Okay.
We've got to walk home now.
No.
Hey, got to walk home from here. That's it.
Jose remains defiant, but Sam and Ed have seen it all before.
I could spin off a few names right now, mate. The fellas come out here every day and do this stuff here. Hey, we just got caught out on a bad day. Surely you've seen bigger loads than this, eh? You know, that's only a sack, not even one sack.
Yeah. But as soon as it gets over 30, it's a serious offence.
Yeah, well,
whether it's a sack or 2 sacks, it makes a difference. As soon as it's over 30, it's a serious offence. So that's where we operate on.
That's when you look at it like by the book, but I mean, you know, some of us haven't got jobs, haven't even got money to pay rent or stuff like that. You know, you got to come out here and do this.
Well,
$5 petrol get you to the beach and get you a feed for, you know, a night or two. Not all of us got jobs like you fellas with the government and cracking it, eh?
Going to go through and measure them.
Well, not cracking it. Mostly it's our ass to the ground. You know.
Must be better than being a teacher, Mr. Riley. Hey?
Yeah, it is a bit better than being a teacher, yeah.
While Jose puts George on the spot, Sam tries to calm him down.
You know, we just had a few beers, come out for a dive and ratchet.
Have a good kite to fight.
Yep.
You know,
No.
Let's cope up on that, eh?
Yep.
Educate? Okay. You know the education about this?
Sure.
Halfway. The 2 minutes to tell you the education.
But Jose has to accept the inevitable as the team measures on.
All but one illegal. His straight response to that was, I've got a moko or birthday. But he knows the cope up. He's been around here before. He knows the rules. He knows the law. You've got to have a permit.
Okay, he's claimed to have taken all of the power by himself because he's got more than 9 times the daily limit. In doing so, he has committed a serious non-commercial offence, the maximum fine of which is $20,000.
With the power haul seized, Jose and the suspect in the van hit the road. But for the M-Fish team, the show must go on.
We're going to return the power back where we were this morning. We'll engage people as they come back towards us on the way through and check their catches, try and check everybody who's out here. To be fair to anyone, you have to check everyone.
It all comes down to this one factor is I want seafood around for my grandchildren and their grandchildren and so forth and so forth. But if it's going to be raped all the time, like what I've seen in the past, we're going to have nothing. They're going to have nothing.
The man was charged and convicted of possession of excess and undersized power. He was sentenced to 200 hours community service and fined $150 in court costs.